Welcome to your Core Glow Flow. My name is Ashley with Studio Yoga Glow. So happy to have you here on your mat for the next 30 minutes. Today's class, we're going to start on our back in a Shavasana, or any shape that really feels good for you. So coming down onto the spine, letting your legs come down long, your arms by the side, maybe a little bend to the knees, knocking those knees together. Maybe you take something a bit more active here, like a Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together. Knees out wide, grounding your energy down by bringing one hand to the navel, one hand to the heart, or if there's some other shape that your body wants to land into today, feel free to come down to that shape. And once you've landed wherever it is that you are, I really want you to focus on your breath, starting with some nice long big inhales in and some nice long exhales out. As we go through today's class, let your breath guide you through the movement, releasing any fear, any doubt that you're holding on to today. I just want to remind you to not let your fear, whether it's here on your mat or when you leave your room today, decide your fate. Whatever it is that you desire, what you dream about, you are worthy of. So whatever that is in this moment, say it to yourself right here, right now. Breathing in, I am worthy of whatever that thing may be. And then on your exhale out, begin to release your fears. Breathing and living that intention into life with every inhale in. And with every exhale out, relinquishing fear. 2 more big inhales in. Some long exhales out. 1 more big inhale in. And a long exhale out. Giving yourself the space to awaken any way that feels good for you. Maybe taking up space on the mat, letting your arms reach behind you. Maybe moving those legs down long, taking a nice full body stretch. And then finding your way seated at your own pace in your own time. At the top of the mat, with your eyes closed and your hands at heart center. Coming back to that intention, take 1 more big inhale in. And an even longer open mouth sigh, exhale out. And let's begin. Gently blink open your eyes. Find your way onto hands and knees as we set up in our tabletop for some rounds of cat and cow. So once you get those shoulders stacked over the wrists, firmly plant your finger pads to the floor, hips in line with those knees. Begin movement when you're ready. On the inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, push and round into the spine for the cat. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last round of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly. This time on your exhale, meet me in that cat. Protracted shoulders, rounded spine, and pause. Once you've landed in cat, I just want you to neutralize your neck. So elongating the neck, so you're just back, almost like you're in neutral with your shoulder blades protract. From here, curl into the toes. On an exhale, lift and hover the knees. Starting nice and early with our core activation. 2 more breaths. Last round of breath. Option is stay right here in this hover, or maybe add a layer, extend the right leg back behind you. Feel that right hip roll down, pressing into the finger pads, big breath in. And long breath out. Tap the right toes, leave the knees hovered on an inhale. Take that to the left, extend the left leg back behind you, big breath in. And long breath out. Tap the left toes. Tap both knees to the floor. Take a cat-cow, drop the belly on the inhale and hook the toes. Push the earth away, round into the spine. Take your cat. Come back to neutral. Setting up for a nice threaded needle. So on your inhale, reach your left arm nice and high to the ceiling. And then on the exhale, dropping that left arm underneath the right. So that right cheek, that right shoulder hit the mat. If you want to play with me today, we can have a little fun here. So reach your right arm forward, taking a nice elongation of that right side body. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you play a little further, tap the right toes back, like you're stepping back to plank. Maybe you even lift and hover this right leg up off the floor. Wherever you've landed today, 2 more rounds of breath. Last round of breath. If your right toes are lifted, tap them. Tap the knee. Move that right palm back to the center of your face. Inhale, unthread the needle, sweep that left arm up nice and high. Exhale, come back to tabletop. We'll take that right to the other side. So inhale, right arm extends to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, drop the right shoulder, drop the right cheek. Option to stay right here, or maybe reach that left arm forward. Option to tap the left toes like you're stepping back to plank. Maybe you take that option to hover the leg. Feeling those low ribs knit together, take 2 more breaths. Last round of breath. If you hovered the left toes, tap them to the floor. Tap the left knee. Plant your left palm back in front of your face. Big inhale, unthread that needle. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Once you've reset in tabletop, step the right leg back and then step the left leg back, meeting me in plank pose. Feeling the elongation of the spine all the way to the back of the heels, thigh bones wrapping inward and upward, shoulder blades moving apart, core is engaged. Take 1 more big breath in. Downward facing dog on that exhale out. Any movement in this down dog that you are craving. Maybe a pedal of the feet. Maybe a rise and fall into both heels. Maybe you just stay in stillness. Wherever it is that you've landed today, come back to your breath. Come back to that intention. Knowing your worth in this moment as you continue with every exhale out to relinquish some fear. And if you were moving, just come to a little bit of stillness. On your next inhale, rise up to tiptoes. Lengthen forward on the inhale back to a plank. We'll take a nice flow here. So on your exhale, low belly sends the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up to tiptoes, lengthen to plank. Exhale, down dog. Just warming up that core, 2 more. Beautiful, last one. Nice, on this next inhale to plank. This time rock your weight forward. Shoulders come over the fingertips, option to tap the knees, leave them lifted, yogi's choice, bend at the triceps. Lower slowly in one straight line, all the way to the floor. Once you've landed, pressing into the shoelace side of the feet, lift the chin, neck, and chest on an inhale for cobra, feeling the energy of the palms scrub back, shoulder blades melting down. Option here, float your palms. Maybe lift and hover the legs. 2 more breaths. Last round of breath. Everything lowers to the floor. On your inhale, press up through tabletop and just restack those knees over the hips, under the hips, hips over the knees. Meet me back in that hovering tabletop. So pressing into the finger pads, curl the toes. Exhale, lift and hover the knees. Beautiful. Taking that same little extension, extend your right leg back behind you. This time on the exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crawl. For 3, 2, last one. This time on that extension, press into the palms. Send that right leg up and back, down dog split. On your exhale, bend into the knee, open up that hip. Take a couple rounds of breath, big inhales in. And some nice long exhales out. Beautiful, inhale in. And exhale out. On that next inhale, straighten the right leg, neutralize the hip. Rise up to the left hip toes, exhale. Knee to nose, core plank. Taking a flow, inhale, sweep that right leg back. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale, re-neutralize and straighten. Exhale, meet me back in core plank. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, core plank. Step that foot to low runner's lunge. From this low runner's lunge, just look forward and step forward. Moving into ragdoll pose. So feet will be inner hips width apart, about 2 knuckles width in space. Let the crown of the head get heavy. Feel your weight pouring towards the balls of the feet. Tailbones anchored to the ceiling, maybe opposite hand wants to find opposite elbow crease, maybe those knuckles just kind of hang really heavy to the floor. And just shake your head yes to everything you are worth. And no to doubt, to fear, to worry. Releasing any bind you may have. Toe ball, heel the feet a little closer together. On your inhale, palms glide up to shins, knees, and thighs for flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Forward fold, little hinge at the hips on the exhale out. Take a gentle bend to the knees on your inhale. Slowly roll up to mountain pose. Letting those arms sweep up overhead. Big inhale, extend the mountain. Exhale, hinging back over the hips. Take another forward fold. Beautiful flat back, inhale, Ardha. This time on your exhale, plant the palms. Step yourself back to plank. Rocking the weight forward on an inhale, tap the knees, leave them lifted. Bend at the triceps, lower as slowly as you can to the earth. Pressing into the tops of the feet, inhale, lift up to another baby cobra. Maybe float the palms, maybe lift the legs. This time if you float your palms, maybe reach your arms back behind you, taking that beach ball behind the tailbone. Last round of breath here. If everything's lifted, reach your arms forward. Take your beach ball out in front of you. Meet me in Superman. 2 more breaths. Core is engaged. Backside is strengthened. Exhale, everything melts to the floor. Palms come underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes. Inhale, push up through plank or tabletop. Downward facing dog on that exhale out. From here, tapping the knees, meet me back in your tabletop. Restack, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Pressing into the finger pads, curl the toes. Exhale, lift and hover the knees up off the floor. Use an inhale, straighten the left leg back behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. For 3, 2. Last one. This time on that inhale, straighten into the right leg as you come to down dog split. Exhale, meet me back in core plank. Beautiful. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, bend the knee. Open up that hip. Last round of breath. On your next inhale, straighten into that left leg, neutralize the hip. Exhale, meet me back in core plank. We'll take that flow. Inhale, exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, core plank. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, core plank. Step yourself to low runner's lunge. Look forward, step forward. Flat back, Ardha, inhale. Forward fold on that exhale. Root to rise, reverse swan dive, arms sweep up overhead, extend that mountain. Hinging at the hips for your forward fold on the exhale out. Beautiful, flat back, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms. Step yourself back to plank. If you're ready for that chaturanga, rock your weight forward. Option to lower all the way or halfway on that exhale. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open mouth sigh, exhale out. One more big breath in. Open mouth sigh, exhale out. From this down dog, bring your toes together. Float that right leg up to the ceiling. Rise up to left hip toes. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Down dog split, inhale. Exhale, right knee, twist to the left tricep. Beautiful, down dog split, inhale. Exhale, right knee to nose, core plank. Step the foot. It's a low runner's lunge. From here, lift your torso off that front right thigh. Reach your arms forward towards the top of the mat, extending your lunge. Beautiful long line from the fingertips all the way to the back of that left heel. Take one more round of breath. Grounding down, come all the way to rise. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Taking a moment to just settle in, big breaths in. Some long breaths out. Take one more inhale. This time on that exhale, big bend to this left knee for a hover as you cactus the arms and lift open the chest. 2 more breaths. Last full round of breath. On your inhale, come back to crescent. Left leg extends, arms reach up overhead. Warrior 2. On this exhale out. Feeling a little bit of grounding energy, connecting with your core, reclosing those eyes. Come back to that intention. Lift that right palm. Reach forward on an inhale, paint the ceiling, reverse the warrior. On this exhale, pass back through warrior 2, meet me in side angle. Torso reaches forward, hips move back. That right forearm gently grazes the inside of the right thigh. Feeling the right forearm pressing into the thigh, thigh pressing into the forearm. Little extra lift and opening of that chest. From here on this next inhale, reach that left arm up overhead, extend the side angle. Keep reaching until you can neutralize your spine back towards the top of the mat to plant both palms to frame into that front right foot, low runner's lunge. On your exhale, straighten into the right leg. Come really high up to those left hip toes. Take a pyramid stretch. Little micro bend to the right knee. Right hips rolling up and back. Left hips rolling down and forward. If you have blocks or water bottles and you need some extra lift of the floor to you, feel free to frame that front foot. 2 more breaths. Last round of breath. On your inhale, come back to low runner's lunge. Plant your palms, step back to plank. Take a vinyasa of choice, knowing you can skip them all together. And find your way back to downward facing dog. And we'll take that right to the other side. So once you've landed, toes together, left leg floats up high. On the inhale, rise up to right hip toes. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Down dog split, inhale. Exhale, left knee twists to right tricep. Beautiful, down dog split, inhale. Exhale, left knee to nose, core plank. Step. It's a low runner's lunge. Any width in this stance for you for stability. And then float the torso off that left thigh. Reach your arms forward. Extending the lunge. 2 more breaths. Last round of breath. Grounding down, come all the way to rise. Crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, and take a moment to settle in. Take one more inhale just to prepare. On the exhale, hover this right knee to the floor, cactus the arms, open up that chest. Nice little heart opener, big breath in. And a long breath out. Coming back to crescent, inhale. Open up to your warrior 2 on the exhale. Allowing for a moment to settle in, maybe close the eyes. Come back to your intention. that left palm, reach forward, inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, come into side angle, torso reaches, hips move back, left forearm gently grazes the inside of the left thigh, right arm high. Left obliques are doing most of the work. Last round of breath. On this inhale, begin to reach that right arm towards the top of the mat. Reach, 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 until you can begin to neutralize your spine back to low runner's lunge. Both palms come to plant right to the outer edges of that left foot. On your next exhale, straighten into that left leg. Come up really high to the right toes. Pyramid on the left. Getting a nice stretch into those left hamstrings. Beautiful, last round of breath. Meet me back in low runner's lunge. Plant your palms, step to plank, take a vinyasa. Finding your way at your own speed, back to downward facing dog. Picking up the pace, toes together, float that right leg up to the ceiling. Rise up to left tiptoes, exhale, core plank. Down dog split, inhale. Exhale, core plank. One more, inhale. Exhale, core plank. Step to low runner's lunge. From this lunge, making our way forward through a standing split, walk your palms in front of the right toes, press off the left foot. Meet me standing for a standing split. Big bend to both knees. Let your left toes come right next to the right. Little gap between those heels, bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana chair. Taking a moment to ground your energy down. Feeling the weight towards the heels. Take a peek down. Can you see your tiptoes? Last inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Flat back Ardha, inhale. This time exhale, plant your palms, step your left leg back. Meet me in that low runner's lunge. Arms sweep all the way forward through that extended lunge to crescent. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the chest. Taking a flow, inhale, crescent. Exhale, back bend. One more, inhale, crescent. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, meet me in crescent. Exhale, open up to that warrior two. Flip the right palm, reach forward, inhale, reverse. Exhale, come into side angle. On that inhale, extend the left arm towards the top of the mat. Keep reaching, 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 so you can neutralize into low runner's lunge. From here, step back to plank. Take a vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right to the other side, toes together. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, core plank. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, core plank. Inhale. Exhale, core plank. Step to low runner's lunge. Taking that transition of a standing split, palms walk forward. Press off the right toes. Meet me standing on that left leg. One more inhale. Big bend to both knees. Right toes come to meet the left. Gap relate between the heels. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Coming back to the breath. Letting your energy come a little closer to the earth. Beautiful, one more inhale in. Forward fold on that exhale out. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Right leg steps back. Low runner's lunge. Arms sweep forward on the inhale. Extend the lunge. Come all the way to rise. Exhale, bend the knee. Cactus the arms, open up the chest. Taking that flow, inhale, crescent. Exhale, back bend. One more, inhale. And exhale. Coming back to crescent, inhale. Exhale, open up to the warrior two. Flip the left palm, reach forward, inhale, reverse. Exhale into side angle. Inhale, extend the top arm. Keep reaching, 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 so you can come to low runner's lunge. This time, step back to plank and pause. Taking a little side plank flow. Bear with me from here. Right forearm comes parallel to the top of the mat. Open up to the left side of the room. Forearm plank on the right. Using the right obliques, hips are parallel, big breaths in. And long breaths out. One more big breath in. And long breath out. Bear with me, left forearm comes parallel. Come to the other side. Nice edge side of the left foot. Open up to the left or to the right. Last round of breath. Right forearm comes parallel. Left forearm comes parallel. Meet me in your forearm plank. 3 big breaths. Last round of breath. Leaving your forearms planted, tap your knees, drop your hips, lift open the chest, pressing into the tops of the feet. Meet me in a Sphinx pose. Nice stretch of your abs. Last round of breath. Plant your palms. Let the elbows come out wide. Melt yourself all the way to the floor. Take another round of breath. Planting your palms underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, push up to plank, downward facing dog. Last little standing sequence, toes together, float the right leg high, inhale. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Down dog split, inhale. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Down dog split, inhale. Exhale, core plank. Step to low runner's lunge. Come all the way to crescent, inhale. Setting up for your deepest twist on your exhale. So T-twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Left palm to the outer edge of the right knee or thigh, right palm to low back. If you're taking prayer, come back to center. Hinge forward on the inhale, hollow out the belly on the exhale to bind that left elbow, tricep to the outer edge of that right knee or thigh. Know that you can always tap this left knee to the floor, a little extra support. Wherever you are, big inhales in. Some deep cleansing, twisting exhales out. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last round of breath. On that inhale, slowly unravel to bring both palms to the inside of the right foot, meeting me in a lizard lunge. So toe ball, heel that right foot nice and wide. Scoot the left toes, drop that left knee. Take this nice little hip opener. Anything you want here, twist, another crack. Big breaths in. Some nice long breaths out. Moment to pause, return back to the breath. Coming back to your worthiness of landing in this moment. From this lizard, find your way back to a low runner's lunge. Curling the left toes, lifting that left knee, setting up for a half moon. So your right palm will come to a block or just the mat, 6 to 12 inches outside of the right pinky toes, left palm to the hip. On your exhale, press off that right foot as you meet me off the left foot, as you meet me standing on that right leg. Hips open just like they were for that side angle. Left arm can extend. 2 more breaths. From this half moon, we will transition into a forward fold. So that whole left side of your body is going to begin to neutralize as you take a bend into both knees. That left foot comes right down to meet the right, meeting me in that forward fold. Nice. Take a little bend to the knees. Slowly roll up 1 vertebra at a time, meeting me as I lose my mic in mountain pose. From this mountain, taking one last balance here of a tree. So weight will come to the left foot as we open up the right hip. So hug your right knee into the chest. Give it a nice big squeeze. Open up that right hip so you can place the sole of the foot to the inside of your thigh. half or kickstand. Finding somewhere in front of you to help you balance. Hands can come to heart center. Maybe you grow your branches. If you like a reverse prayer, you can even take that variation in the upper torso. Just equally feeling the press of that left thigh against the right foot against that left thigh to make sure your hips stay nice and square. From this tree, just transitioning into a warrior two. So slowly, gently release the foot, keep that hip open, step yourself back, landing in a warrior two on the left. Flip your left palm, reach forward, inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands, meet me back in low runner's lunge. Down dog split, inhale. On your exhale, pigeon on the left. Dropping that left knee right behind the left wrist. Scooping the hips back, getting nice and square before you hinge forward to the degree that feels good for you here. Knowing that you can take any version of a hip opener. You can take another lizard on the left. You can take this on your back, supine figure four. Letting every exhale continue to relinquish any doubt, any fear that's still trapped in your brain. Letting the sweat be a beautiful symbolical representation of that release, of that let go. On that next inhale, come back onto your palms. Curl into the toes. Shoot that left leg back behind you. Give it a nice shimmy shake. And meet me back in downward facing dog, and we'll take that right to the other side. So take a big breath in and a nice long breath out. Toes together, float that left leg back up to the ceiling. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Twist the core plank, down dog split, inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Down dog split, inhale. Exhale, core plank. Meet me in low runner's lunge, setting up for that twist on this side, sweeping the arms forward and up, crescent lunge. Exhale, take your twist on this side. Big breaths in. Nice twisting exhales out. 2 more. Last round of breath. On your inhale, slowly unravel to that lizard on the left side. Both palms come to the inside of the left foot. Toe ball, heel that foot wide. Scoot the right toes. Drop the right knee. Taking a variation on this side. That feels good for you here. Letting your breath be a guide to release, to feel worthy, to feel strong, and to feel complete. Transitioning from here back into low runner's lunge. Curling the right toes to lift that right knee, setting up for our half moon. Left palm 6 to 12 inches outside of the left pinky toes, right palm to the right hip. Press off of that right leg as you come to stand. Hips open to the right side of the room. Heart is lifted. Transitioning from this half moon into a forward fold, so the right side of your body neutralizes, big bend to both knees. Your right foot comes down to meet the left. A little bend to the knees, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Meet me standing mountain pose. Taking our tree with the hip opening on the left. Weight comes to that right foot. Hug the left knee into the chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Open up that left hip. Place the sole of the foot wherever on that right leg feels good for you on this side. Taking your upper torso variation. Transitioning this tree into a warrior two. Just gently release the foot, keep the hip open. Step that left leg back. Meet me in your warrior three on the right. Flip that right palm, reach forward, inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor, low runner's lunge. Down dog split on the inhale, sweep that right leg back behind you. Exhale into your deepest hip opener variation, pigeon or any other hip opener you want to take on this side. Last moment to settle in. Come back to the breath. Do not fear. Do not let fear get in the way of your dreams. Anything that you desire, whatever it is that you wish for in this moment, you are worthy of. Last round of breath. From here, we're just going to make our way on to our bum. So if you just want to sit on this right hip and swing your legs out in front of you, you can. You can take another down dog split. Find your way seated on your bum. Staying up nice and tall, we'll take one last little harp opener here. So just release any of the fleshy parts from underneath your sit bones. Bend into both knees and plant your feet firmly onto the earth. Sit up nice and tall, hugging those low ribs in, getting a nice core activation. Palms will come right behind your low back. Fingertips facing the spine will take a nice reverse tabletop. So on your inhale, shoulder blades begin to melt down and back. Take a little bend to the elbows. And then on the inhale, lift into the palms and into the heels to lift your hips up off the floor. Let your head fall back. One more inhale. Exhale gently, slowly, meet me back seated. Take a round of breath, sit up nice and tall. That's beautiful. We can keep with that same variation if you want to layer, straighten into those legs. Taking reverse plank, palms come right behind the low back, fingertips face your bum, shoulder blades melt down and back. And then on that inhale, pressing into the palms, pressing into the heels, towards the balls of the feet to lift the hips. One more inhale. Exhale slowly. Let everything melt back to the floor. Coming back to neutral spine. Sitting up nice and tall. Taking a seated forward fold. Arms sweep up overhead. Extend into both legs. Inhale. Little bend to the knees, guiding with your heart forward on the exhale. Seated forward fold. Two more breaths. Last big inhale. And nice last exhale. Slowly rolling up one vertebra at a time. Meet me seated. Scoot yourself forward. Meet me on your back. Hugging your knees into the chest, taking a nice supine twist. Maybe gently just rock side to side on that low back. And then on your exhale with the left palm, guide both knees over to the left. Supine twist, right arm extends. Maybe your gaze looks forward. Side, right arm guides both knees, over to the right, left arm extends. Coming back to center on that inhale. Hugging yourself into the tiniest little ball. Forehead up to the knees. Thank yourself for doing the hardest part of your practice, and that is showing up on the mat for you. And then on your next exhale, come into your Shavasana, letting your body just release to the floor in whatever shape it wants to land in here. And as you relax completely to the earth, feeling supported in this moment, feeling protected, just repeat, I am worthy to yourself. I am worthy. mat, taking up space and length on your mat, rolling yourself over to one side of your mat and pause, get in the fetal position on that exhale. Finding space to reemerge today from your mat, feeling worthy and complete from head to toe. And when you're ready, but only when it is that you are ready, you can gently find your way seated, propping yourself up nice and slow, meeting you one final time at the top of your mat, with your eyes closed and your hands at heart center. Sitting up nice and tall, feeling the shoulder blades melt down and back, little press of the thumbs against the sternum. Taking up space and length in the crown of the head, feeling confident and worthy in this moment. As you take an inhale in, breathing in that worthiness. In your deepest open mouth sigh, exhale out, releasing anything else, any fear, any doubt that continues to stand in your way. Letting your hands flow up to third eye center, that space just in between your brow. The glow within me bows and honors all of that incredible, beautiful glow within each and every single one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for your Glow Core Flow today. Again, my name is Ashley with Studio Yoga Glow. I hope to see you soon.